H-Town Tattoo is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the Liberty Bell, cheesesteaks, as well as a thriving tattoo scene. We're here visiting one of the city's oldest tattoo shops, Philadelphia Eddie's 621, and Amanda was able to catch up with tattoo artist Troy Timpel, the owner of Philadelphia Eddie's.
Hey Troy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Awesome.
Today we're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, talking to Philadelphia Eddie's 621 shop owner Troy Timpel. How long have you owned this shop, Troy?
I bought the shop in 2003, but I moved out here in 94. So I've been tattooing here since 1994.
Okay, awesome. And how did you get involved into tattooing?
I went to art school and served an apprenticeship while I was going to art school in Milwaukee. And after 2 years, moved out, 2.5 years of the apprenticeship, moved out here and started working for Eddie. Eddie's awesome, amazing.
A lot of people out there might not know much about Philadelphia Eddie. Do you want to maybe give them some history?
Philadelphia Eddie started tattooing in New York in 1952. Moved and set up shops in Philly in the late 50s. He started one of the premier supply companies in the world. A lot of color and pigment variations are credited to him inventing. He really made a very positive mark on tattooing and progressed the medium by a lot. He's an amazing tattooer himself, and his supplies and inventions have really progressed tattooing into where it's become today.
What makes Eddie's as a shop unique?
Well, Eddie's has a long history in Philadelphia dating back to the 50s, so we have a very long, rich history. I've tattooed 4th generations of people that have been tattooed at Eddie's, great-grandchildren of people that Eddie's tattooed, and it's just great to see that kind of longevity, in the scene.
What do you think makes you as an artist unique?
I like doing a lot of different styles of stuff. I think I have a lot of really unique niches within the work that I do, and little slants and variations of style. I actually really like doing stupid tattoos or multi-animal, I'll show you the piece on him in a little bit. I did a tiger octopus with 3 heads and 20-some boobs, 30 boobs.
Now, what other mediums do you like to work in besides tattooing?
I paint a lot. I use mostly liquid acrylic, watercolor. I just did a really cool portrait of Philadelphia Eddie in watercolors there. And do a lot of more traditional Americana style of painting as well. Mm-hmm. The books that I have represent, almost 1,000 pages of illustrations so far, and the next two will probably be 200 pages each. So a lot of work. I paint compulsively.
Now, what do you think makes a tattoo a good tattoo?
There's a lot of technical aspects with the tattoo that really make it good. Solid, consistent lines, consistent areas of color, consistent shading, smooth shading, no skips, no holidays within the, missing little pieces called a holiday. How solid that red is, if there's any variations of, missing or not so solid, although there's little stretch marks, so it's probably a bad example there because the stretch mark makes it look a little darker, but it's really solid red, I swear.
Now, what changes do you see in the tattoo industry that are helping tattooing become more progressive and better?
Well, people's exposure to the medium of tattooing, whether that be good or bad, is showing people what good tattoos look like, what's possible within the medium of tattooing, and what kind of stuff they can get, which is cool. And I think that's why a lot of first timers are getting full sleeves and heavily, better thought out work. Back in '94 when I got into it, if you saw somebody with sleeves, they were pretty much a tattoo. You know, you saw a girl with a full back piece, she was dating a tattooer. It is way different now, where people that are outside of the industry are getting full body suits. People are, you know, really embracing larger, and it's becoming more socially acceptable.
How tattoo friendly do you think Philadelphia is?
I think because Philadelphia Eddie's in part has been here since the 50s, people have more tattoos in Philly for a longer period of time. So the tattoo culture in Philadelphia has grown faster than a lot of other cities, I think. Whereas New York doesn't have as good of a tattoo culture because the tattoo shops have only been open since '96. So when they opened in '96, there wasn't really anybody. I mean, there are transplants and people that were, you know, tattooing in the burbs or out of, you know, that opened up. But it wasn't that the mass population of New York really had tattoos the way people in Philadelphia have tattoos.
I definitely noticed when I moved up here that the manager at Lowe's had his neck and face tattooed, and in the South that's something that I would never have seen before. Now, if somebody was a first-time client and coming into your shop, what would be some things that you would want them to know?
Just what a good tattoo should look like. Go through people's portfolios, make sure that that's somebody's work that you want on you for the rest of your life. You know, research the shop, research the people, look at the work. You know, make sure you want that tattoo on you forever, because there is no going back. You know, you can get laser surgery, you can get this and that, you can get cover-ups, but, you know, why limit yourself? Just think about it before you get it done.
So the next time you find yourself in Philly, head over to South Street. You can take in the sights, get some great food, and if you swing by Eddie's, you'll get an awesome new tattoo.